Well, happy Monday, everybody. It's Bryan Devore with Devore Realty Group, and today is Memorial Day. So hopefully you're enjoying some time with your friends and family. Today is a day we remember those who have served our country. So we want to thank them very much for their service. And again, today we do remember them. And there's a lot to talk about in the real estate market as well today. So we're of course going to talk about the latest stats. And for the first time, I'll leave you hanging there for a moment. The most popular markets in the country, best places to live in America, the most affordable beach towns, and finally 5 private islands for sale. So a lot to dive into. Let's get into the totals right now. Active listings, 3,339. That's up 79 from last week. Not as big of a jump as there was the week before. Pending sales, 3,077. That's down just a little bit, 20 from the week before. Months of inventory up a little bit. We're at 1.19 months of inventory. So what is that stat for the first time? First time since July of 2020, so almost 2 years ago, there are more active listings than there are pending sales. So up until that point, it was flip-flopped. There was more actives than pendings, and then after that, it switched, and there were more pendings than actives, and that's when we started seeing the market really take off and to unprecedented levels. So actives at that time, there were 4,999. Right now, there are 3,339. Pendings, there were 4,865. Right now, we have 3,077. So like I said, before that, there were a little bit more actives than pendings. I'm sorry, up to that point, there were 4,999 actives versus 4,865 pendings. So there were more actives and pendings. Then it switched. So a week after that, we saw a slight switch, a little bit more pendings and actives, and then it just took off, and the gap widened quite a bit until lately it's been shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and now we're where we are now. Interesting fun fact. Since last week, 1,047 homes have come on the market. It's actually down 92 from last week. So fewer homes came on the market last week than the week before. 628 new pendings. That's up 78 from last week. So are we seeing a little bit of a switch here back to more of an aggressive seller's market? We'll have to see. New pendings listed within the last week, 37. So 6% of homes that went pending in the last week were only on the market for a week. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 361. That's 57%. We had been at about 3/4 of the homes were selling in 2 weeks. Now we're just over half of the homes are selling in about 2 weeks. Since last week, we saw 568 new closed sales, up 58, about 10%, which is nice to see. Median list price, 847. That's up a little bit, 57.50 from last week. Median sales price, 865. That's up a little bit as well, 2,500. Notice we are still our median sales price is still above the median list price. So on the median, more homes are selling for more than what they're listed for. Average days on market has been 12 for weeks now. It's not changing. It's not 11. It's not 13. We are still at about 12 days on market on the average. The least expensive sale last week, $159,000, a manufactured home in Warner Springs. First time we've seen Warner Springs in the report. And the most expensive sale, $20 million in Del Mar. That house was really nice. It was on the water. Here's the chart that shows, excuse me, new actives, new pendings, and new solds. You can see the dip in the new actives and the increase in the new pendings, as well as the closed sales. So let's see, are we switching again? We'll have to see the next few weeks. Median list price and sales price, roughly the same as the week before. Okay, according to Zillow, these are the most popular markets in early 2022. So the first few months of the year, which markets are the most popular? And when they say markets, they're talking about suburbs near big metros. So not the big metro areas like LA or Boston, but we're talking about the ones that are near those. And you can see Tustin and Yorba Linda are in California, but they're the only markets in California on the list. And you can see the article in the Constant Contact email that has all the information on this. Johns Creek, Georgia. So some interesting names you've probably never heard of before are the most popular. Where are the best places in America to live? Every year, U.S. News and World Report comes out with this report. And excuse me, Realtor.com published this information. So we have the article in the Constant Contact email, but I'll get right to what the cities are. San Francisco, going in reverse order from 10 to 1. San Francisco with the median home list price of $1,098,000. Ninth best place to live in America, Sarasota, Florida. Next is Portland. And then we have Fayetteville, Arkansas. Median list price of $425,000. So obviously home price is one important reason why this may be a good place to live. Raleigh and Durham, North Carolina, they kind of put those together as one. And you can see the median home list price is similar for both. San Jose, California, median home list price of $1,439,000. So obviously that's not hurting people from wanting to live there. Boulder, Colorado, that had been number one for the last couple of years, but now it has slipped. It is not number one. Green Bay, Wisconsin, even though the weather is not so great, I guess people want to see the Packers or have their cheese. Colorado Springs, Colorado, coming in next. And finally, Huntsville, Alabama. That is the best place to live in America, according to U.S. News and World Report. So you can click on the constant contact email and get more information about that. The most affordable beach towns in 2022. Here's a map. This is from Realtor.com again. And you can see the majority of them are on the East Coast. One in Florida, only one in California. That's in Seal Beach, California. Still not very affordable. So you'll have to look at the article to see what makes up their criteria of affordable. But speaking of beach towns and speaking of Florida, there are 5 private islands for sale in the United States right now that you can buy. Some seem relatively affordable. Well, relatively speaking, of course. Here is one that I wanted to point out. You can see the island near the coast right there. 21660 Overseas Highway, Florida Keys in Summerlin Key, Florida. The price is a mere $2,999,999. So not quite $3 million, just a bit below it. There's a 5,325 square foot, 6-bedroom house on the Florida coast. It features a pool, private beach, and, well, it's an island, of course, and tropical landscaping. And if that's not enough, Little Crab Key, just a short boat ride from the backyard beach, is also available for $500,000. You can buy another little island if you want to that's uninhabited, nothing really there, for a mere $500,000. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Hope you enjoy your Memorial Day with friends, family, work, whatever you're doing. Look forward to seeing you next week in the next Monday Market Moment. We'll have to see if the market's continuing back again in this trend or what's going to happen. Look forward to hearing what the market's doing and reporting it to you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.